Ball from under center. Sets. Throws. Johnson's there. It is touchdown. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson. Son of a gun. He has absolutely lived up to the legendary billing.
Well, first off, Calvin, congratulations. What was your reaction like when you got the call that you'd be the newest member of the Georgia Tech Athletics Hall of Fame? Probably not the first or last Hall of Fame that you'll be a part of.
That's pretty cool. When I got the notice, I think it was either Lucius or Derek Moore. You know, a lot of the Georgia Tech family here know who those guys are. They first let me know that I was going to be inducted, and I didn't. I was like, huh? You know, I got the email. I was like, what, really? You know, I was kind of taken back. You know, because that's a big honor. I guess a lot of people would say I could have expected it, but you know, I never get ahead of myself, and you know, ain't nothing like a good surprise.
When you see Grant Field, when you step onto that field, what's the first memory that comes back into your mind?
First thing I think about, everybody used to call it the Flats. You know, I think about all the good times we had there, from all the Virginia Tech games, Georgia games, Clemson games, Miami games. You know, those were the days, man. We had a great team back then.
I mean, you obviously left a staggering number of highlights here in your 3 years at Georgia Tech. Was there always that one opponent on the schedule you got a little more fired up for than the others?
Man, it was not only Georgia, because they're just the rivalry team, the one team you just had a lot of hatred for. But you know, at the time when I came in, they had just introduced Miami, Virginia Tech, kind of those teams to our division. You know, so those were big games. Those were always big name teams. So got up for those games a lot because those teams had a lot of history behind them.
Now that your playing days are over, what advice would Calvin Johnson, the 9-year retired NFL vet, give to Calvin Johnson, the kid from Sandy Creek who just came to Georgia Tech for the first time?
Oh, man. Shoot. Take no plays off, and as a receiver, work early in the down.
All players talk about how awkward it is having that first fall without football. Has it been strange at all for you?
And it hasn't been strange because this has been an extremely busy year for me, this 16. You know, I retired in March, and then I had a marriage coming up that happened in this past June. And then right after that, go off on the honeymoon, and you're enjoying the early part of your marriage. And right after that, I got the call from Dancing with the Stars. So instead of being at home watching football at the beginning of the season, I was practicing dance moves, and that's kind of my transition right now. That's where I'm at.
For so long, people identified you as Calvin Johnson, the football player. These last couple of months, how neat has it been to have so many people get to know you who didn't know you as a football player?
It's kind of cool, because a lot of people have taken a liking, I guess I could say, to my story. A lot of people enjoy whether it be, my family or, just the things that I'm doing, whether it's dancing, and that's kind of like what opened me up to America, I guess I could say.
A lot of people don't get to start their retirement bucket list until they're 65, 70 years old. You get to do it at 31. What's on the horizon as far as checking off items on your bucket list in retirement?
Man. While I was playing, I told myself, as soon as I retired, the first thing I'm going to do is just take some time off. Ever since I was a little kid, I never had any time off. I was always going from one sport to the next. If it wasn't basketball, it was football, it was baseball, maybe a little track in there. So I said I'm going to take a little time off, organize my thoughts and see where I'm going to go from there.
We knew that you were a standout baseball player at Sandy Creek. In fact, you considered being a two-sport athlete here on the Flats. So you're not going to pull a Tim Tebow out of football and try a professional baseball career?
No, I left it all on the field in football, man, and dance is taking the rest out of me.
Being back here and sharing this honor with your family, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's a great honor. One, to come home. I haven't been home in about a month or so. And to come home to this, this kind of reception that's going to happen this coming weekend, I can't wait to be there to see all the faces that I haven't seen in a long time here at Tech. And I'm definitely going to enjoy this moment because, like I say, it's an honor. And, maybe there's one more to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Megatron, Calvin Johnson.